Welcome to Diskydisk episode 3, and thank you for listening to this podcast. We are on Spotify and YouTube, and we are working on getting this podcast over to Apple's.
And don't forget to say what today's date is, because you said you were going to do that.
Okay, it is the 4th of January, 2022.
Hooray!
Hooray! So, do you have any feedback from the last week's episode of this podcast?
Postcast. No, has there been any more feedback? I mean, except for the microphone situation, which was a recurring theme of feedback.
It's its own little theme.
Yeah.
I have ordered a new microphone, but I'm not talking in it currently. It's on its way. I didn't get it. I thought I would get it today, but I didn't. So here we are with the same microphone that I used last time, which is a Razer headset microphone.
Kraken, right? Razer Kraken headset?
Not sure.
But I'm back on my main computer, my proper computer. I'm no longer on the laptop. So this is my HyperX microphone.
Yeah. And I'm going to copy you.
Yeah, very good. It's a good microphone, though. I mean, I copied Patrick first. Patrick also has one.
Okay, so how does it feel to be back on your own computer? I mean, you have been on a laptop now for several weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's
what
good.
happened?
I mean, I only just like now when I sat down to do this thing right now with you, it's like the first minute I was on the computer. So because we had all that drama last night when we came over to your house.
Tell that story.
Because Patrick, I mean, to try to like condense the story so this doesn't take 10 minutes, Patrick basically broke the CPU on his computer because he was going to insert some more RAM, and then he had to take the CPU out, or he wanted to take the CPU and the cooler out to try to make that possible in whatever way. And then when he took the cooler, well, if he was supposed to take the cooler out, the CPU was stuck to the cooler, which isn't supposed to happen. They're supposed to be two separate entities, but the thermal paste probably like whatever. So then when we tried to get the CPU off the cooler, some of the things bent and it stopped working. So that was a sad situation. So he ordered a new CPU, and it was a slightly newer one. So when he put it into his computer, it didn't work. Like the motherboard just lit up. Oh no, CPU problem, cannot do this. It did say exactly that. And then so he Googled it, as you do, and there's something about like a BIOS update. If the motherboard had the BIOS situation for the old CPU, and this is a newer CPU, so I needed like an update. So here comes the point of the story, the drama from last night, is that he needed to do this. He needed a USB stick that was preferably less than 8 gigabytes in size and a 2.1 instead of a 2.0 instead of a 3.0.
Yeah, USB memory stick.
Yeah. And we did not have that.
And
so
that's
then
when he was so desperate. He called me and like, hello. I mean, from your phone. So I was like, hello. I thought it was you. And he was like, hello, can you help me? Do you have a USB 2 stick, a memory stick? And I was like, oh my God, this is serious. And before I know it, you guys ordered me to walk around the entire house here and look for all of the equipment that I have, all the old electronics. And then you drove over to my place and you got
like a 20-minute drive.
Yeah, I'm providing the electronics for you guys.
Yeah, and it was like 10 o'clock at night. And we were just like, we're driving for 20 minutes now to get this USB stick.
But it worked.
It did.
It did. I mean, I even gave you an old MP3 player.
That was the first one we tried because it would be so funny if that was the one that worked.
Yeah. So. Well, I'm glad it got sorted out, and now you're back at your own computer.
Yep.
I'm on my laptop because I'm a laptop person.
It's true.
I do all my work on laptop, and I've always done that. Always.
What is your laptop?
It is an Asus ROG Strix something. 17 inch. I like it.
Carry on.
Laptop is life. I like laptops, and I know you don't, but I was surprised to hear when you bought a laptop now in December. I was like, what kind of laptop? Show me. Give me a link. I want to inspect this thing.
Yeah,
that's so funny. I mean, things can change with you. You have always been against laptops.
Yeah, but this isn't a gaming laptop.
Also, the shocking reveal of last episode was that you started playing a JRPG game.
It's true.
Astria Ascending. Have you played it more?
No. Not since we talked about it.
But you are planning to play Atelier Ryza 2 soon. You said
I like
so.
how this is like a set thing. We'll see.
You said so. I'm shocked.
I did.
Legit shocked.
I did try it for a little bit at your house last night, or I ran around in circles for a bit.
Did you like it?
I mean, it looks fine, but I think I would want to play it docked instead of handheld.
Okay. I play handheld always.
Yeah.
I just got a new grip also for my Switch OLED. You saw that, the Skull and Co. Neo grip.
Yeah.
Happy with that.
So yeah, we have that for both our Switches.
Yeah.
Switches.
Good. I mean, that is the best grip.
I know.
Feels good.
Shout out to Shaitori for telling everybody about it.
Okay, so he's responsible for that one.
Yeah, he told me about it, and then I told you about it, and then I told Patrick about it. So we've just been recruiting people to the Skull and Co. life.
Yeah,
sponsored by Skull and Co.
I should be sponsored by Skull and Co.
Yeah,
they have asked me.
Have
we
they?
are in. Yeah, they have actually. But we are in the we will see phases of the eventual maybe sponsored, or officially sponsored. That I would love that because I can stand by this product so much.
Yeah.
Lord.
Do you want to tell about the pile that you showed us last night, or is that a secret?
Which
about your pile downstairs in your studio? To the right of it, you have that pile.
Oh no!
Do you want to talk?
Okay.
Do you want to talk about the pile?
Okay. So I am a Nintendo Switch gaming YouTuber, and sometimes companies send me stuff, boxes upon boxes with Nintendo Switch accessories and bags and merchandise for games. And oftentimes I get sent things that I didn't, ask for in advance. And so that piles a tiny bit up down there. And when I have friends over, I take them down to the basement, and I'm like, follow me down here. Look at this. Do you want any of this? And I'm trying to push some of the things over to friends that maybe needs or wants some of the things more than me. And that would be after I show off some of the items on my channel, Ircha Gaming.
Yeah, that's what you said. You were like, I show it in a video, and then I just put it in the pile.
Yeah, so I have a system down there, definitely.
Looks like a very good system.
But I can't have all of the things. I mean, it would make more sense if someone needed it, that that they could get it from me.
Yeah.
So that was the pile. Maybe I will show a picture of the pile on the Discord.
Good. I will.
Are
write
you making
that down.
notes?
Yes, I will write that down. Hold on.
You're making notes.
Picture of pile.
Okay. Yes, because every time we record a podcast from now on, we have a own little section on my Discord, on our Discord server. Link to Discord server is in all of my video descriptions. It is also in the description on Spotify.
Sweet.
Yeah, I put it in there, and they let it stay there.
Put it in.
I know. So yeah, all the things that we are referencing in this podcast, you can see there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, we're back from a tiny little break, and Patrick interrupted you with stuff. I just heard Nintendo Switch, look at this, something, and I'm like, we're in the middle of a podcast. You live together. He can take that later.
No, he couldn't. It was deathly important. It was his mom going through his old stuff in their house, and like he was like, "What do you want me to throw away, and what do you want to keep?" So
that is a conversation you take mid-Zoom meeting.
Mid-podcast, yeah.
Okay, so this time we are recording through Zoom from your request. It was your request.
Yes.
Because the previous two podcasts I have recorded through OBS and just recorded my own microphone and Discord. Yeah. Like a voice chat on Discord.
Yeah.
So what is up with Zoom?
I mean, my problem was that when we recorded through Discord, I was slightly lagged, and that really bothered me.
I didn't know this.
Did anybody else notice that? Can somebody get on my team here? There was like a slight delay. She would say something, and I would have like a little autistic pause before I responded because of the because of the Discord lag.
Or maybe my questions were really hard, and you had to think them through.
True. Now we're on the Corona program, though. The
Yeah. LOL, the Zoom meeting.
The Zoom meeting.
This is so a Corona program.
Yeah.
Program. It's a program.
It really is big in the COVID. It really had its peak when COVID became COVID. So I've never used it. Have you?
I think I have maybe used it in regards to some work things. It looks familiar, but I didn't get involved, you know.
This is my very first time. I'm a Zoom virgin. I love that I can raise my hand if I want to say something.
Yeah, and you can draw on the board, and it's all sorts of things. And the host can mute the participants and stuff, add reactions.
Yeah. Thumbs up. Wait, let me do one. Laughing face.
This is bad. Okay, so we are now in the section called What's on Our Minds Currently.
Yep. What's on your mind?
Do you want me to start?
Yes.
I did make a salad today. I actually did.
I was just taking a sip of my drink when you said that. What? The salads?
You know what? I made my salad earlier today, and I was thinking while I made it, oh my God, we have a podcast recording today. I'm not going to mention this again, because that is a thing that I mention every single podcast that I just made. But it's a new thing that I've started. And it's just the whole, you know, eating properly thing that I'm doing.
We should just put salads into regular topics, I believe.
Regular topics.
Salads.
You had an ass story.
Oh yeah. I do have an ass story.
Yeah, I didn't get more than that. So go on, ass.
When we were picking up the package, which was Patrick's CPU yesterday, you know, you get like a little code like in a text message for the package. Like you get like some random letters and numbers, and you tell that to the post person.
Yeah.
My letters were L, R, and then some numbers. Yeah. And I said L, well, Norwegian, Al, Ad, and then the numbers. And the guy in the post office was like, "What? L, M?" And I was like, "No, L for loser and R for rumpe, which means ass in Norwegian."
That was the first R word that you could think of.
That was the first R word I could think of, and I was so embarrassed. It was the worst. I just keep embarrassing myself in front of postal workers. It's not the first time.
You know, I love small talking with people in grocery stores. I mean, not random, other shoppers. I mean, sometimes that too. Actually, today, you know, I was strolling my little shopping cart because I was picking up some cat sand, a ton of it. And then I was like rushing in between some aisles. And then another guy rushes in on my right side. And he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I'm like, oh, vikeplikt. What is that in English?
Right of way, like when you're driving.
And it turned into an entire thing. And I'm like, I love small talking with people just randomly. I'm not taking myself too seriously when I'm out and about. Seriously.
It's true, actually. When we went to that cafe, the girl in the like behind the counter, you were like having a whole conversation with her about Black Friday. I was like, are we not just supposed to buy our drinks and then go to the table? And you were like having a whole fucking conversation.
I am like that. I'm just like that. I'm like, I'm so through being shy. And that is the thing that I was before, like back in the day, in the past. And I'm just not that person anymore. I mean, I've grown up, and now it's like, I don't care. I'm gonna small talk with everyone. And I can really tell when someone is wanting to small talk. I mean, it could be a bus driver. Oh, definitely bus drivers. I always sit in the front and talk with them.
Nice.
Yeah, and taxi drivers and all sorts of, you know, people that work for stuff. Like grocery, a hotel person, always small talk. Do you?
Not really, but I have a thing about people like checkout people in a store or whatever. If they're like really nice and happy and like smiley and like, you know, if they act nice and smiley, that makes me in a really good mood. But when they're just like, okay, do you want the receipt? Then I'm like, you motherfucker. Just really puts a damper on my day. It's like when they're like, have a nice day. I'm like, oh, thank you. You too. I love it.
You're like, R for ass. That's you when you are
it's so shopping. Embarrassing. And he laughed too. He was like trying to hide that he was laughing. He was like, no.
I mean, people are just people, and the moment that you don't take yourself too seriously in such situations, I can work on anyone and get a smile out of the most grumpy person. I can. It's magic. I have that ability. Yeah. And this is totally unrelated, but I finally today got my car door fixed.
Oh, really? It's not duct taped anymore.
Yeah, so now it's like now I can actually enter the driver's seat door, which I haven't been able to.
What a time to be alive.
I'm like, I don't have to jump across seats anymore. What is this life?
Fantastic. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah, but I have done that for weeks.
Was it Ishaman that fixed it? Or
yeah. Of course he did. And he did it in 2 seconds. He was like, look at this. Boom, done. I'm like, nice. Wow.
He's such a handy guy. But then yesterday he was like,
handy guy.
Yesterday he was like, who the fuck has USB memory sticks? What the hell?
Yeah, but you know what? When you guys left, he was like, oh, why didn't you say that? Because I only said to him, do you have USB 2 type blah blah? And he didn't catch the last thing. Right. And he was like, oh, so you meant memory sticks. Of course I have a bunch of them.
Okay.
I just wasn't explaining it properly to him when I asked him, do you have USB 2?
Oh, true.
Sort of thing. Yeah. That was bad. But I have one more thing I have to say.
Yes.
What was that? I don't remember.
Was it salad related? Car door related?
It was car related. Yeah, okay. I can tell a little story.
Okay.
Story.
Yes.
Story.
Isha,
buy or not reviews. Story. Yeah. Okay, so Ishaman and I, some weeks ago, everything happened some weeks ago. Everything went to shits. The car door, the shower broke, you know?
Yeah, that is true.
A glass wall of our shower. It fell out and went into 1,000 pieces while I was showering. And I was alone, I swear. But the thing is, we now today went and looked at new shower cabinets.
Oh, nice. Because you did say that last night, that you're just going to replace the whole thing and then they're going to pay the difference, which is your favorite thing about sales.
Frugal. No, but really, yeah. So we are just looking for new shower. Why is that so hard to say?
Cabinets.
Yes. Cabinets. Yeah. That was not really a story, but we were looking at that today and it was fun. And they are apparently expensive if you want the real deal, if you want real quality. But it's okay, we're gonna pay it.
It's probably like airport food, like because everybody needs bathroom stuff, so it's expensive. It's like the same as an airport, so the food is really expensive because when you're in an airport, everybody has to eat, so they can make it super expensive.
Water, water, so much water.
Do you want to take a picture of your trash can in the bathroom though, so we can put that? Because I was there yesterday and I was appalled by the bucket.
Yeah, you don't like my aesthetics in the bathroom.
No, it's not. You should take a picture of your entire bathroom so we can see the entire look, and then the trash can.
And the shower that is still broken. Okay, that will also be added to the Discord thing.
Everybody has to see this, seriously.
Everyone listening has to join our Discord to see all of these things, yes.
You don't want to miss it.
Segue?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay.
Recording in progress.
Så jävligt dåligt. Okay, so this is a section that is my section, and this is my thing. I want to talk today about the 7 deadly sins. Have you heard about this?
And when you told me this, I was like, what are those? But then I thought you were talking about like a game or a show or something like that, but you meant like the actual 7 deadly sins, like the Christian concept.
Yes.
I was confused, so I'm curious what the deal with this is. Come on.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Okay.
Please.
So the thing with me that I don't know, probably a lot of people do this, but I do, and I've always done this. When I can't sleep, I sometimes surf Wikipedia. It's a nerdy thing, and my favorite topics on Wikipedia, that is everything that has to do with humans. Humans are extraordinarily interesting to me.
Okay.
Unrelated that I am a human, but it's
that
just
is
so
true.
Interesting.
You do have that in common.
Yeah, that's good. Oh no. So the thing with the 7 deadly sins is I'm gonna read a tiny bit a tiny hats bit from Wikipedia. Okay, so these are behaviors and habits that are classified as bad.
This just turned into a Christian podcast, by the way. Welcome to the Christian podcast.
Everything is interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I don't think I can list all the 7 deadly sins. Can I try? Gluttony.
Yep.
Lust.
Yep.
Greed.
Yes.
Pride. Did I say that?
Yep.
So there's 2 more. There's something. Wrath. And shit.
That's the one.
That's the last one. Shit.
No,
what's the last one?
2 more.
2 more?
Envy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And sloth.
Oh yeah, sloth. Right, gotcha. Like, yeah.
Okay, so we're first going to talk a tiny bit about lust. I feel like this is your deadly sin. Kidding. Okay, so lust is it's just a lot of sexual desire, basically. But further into this text, it says it's like, no, it's not like romantically man and woman is a bad thing. No, the thing is, what is bad about this, the lust in the bad way, that is adultery, rape, bestiality, and other sinful sexual acts.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Simple. Do we know what's a complicated sexual act, just out of interest?
Okay, so this is considered throughout history as a disordered love for individuals. Obviously, I mean, bestiality.
Yeah, that's not the one.
Don't want to do that.
No, okay. I don't think.
And
wait, what were the other one? Adultery and
rape.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. Gotcha. That's
when you have no control over your lust and you do the bad things against innocent people, sort of thing. That is a deadly sin. Don't do it. Okay. The next one is gluttony, and that is overindulgence and overconsumption of anything to the point of waste.
Like salads.
It's not waste. I eat everything. Yeah, good. Throwing away food, that is a part of gluttony because it is to the point of a waste. I mean, we could say that overindulgence and overconsumption. I mean, hoarders.
Yeah,
like that pile down there.
Yeah,
in my basement.
Absolutely.
That is definitely it. Yes.
A little bit gluttony. Gluttonous. Can you say that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But it is also involving eating too expensively, eating too daintily. Don't know what that is.
Daintily, like a dainty lady?
I don't know. This is Wikipedia, everyone. eating too much or eating too eagerly. I mean, when my sister
daintily definition, I want to know what they actually mean.
Yeah, daintily.
Adverb, in a way that shows fine or delicate manners or tastes. She'd been nibbling daintily on a spare rib.
I don't know. Sounds good. Sounds
Thank
like
you, Google.
the summer. Okay, but the thing is, when you are overindulging to the point where there is not enough for the poor and thy neighbor.
Thy neighbor, gotcha.
Neighbor Stefan.
Yeah, don't eat so much the neighbor Stefan doesn't get anything. Gotcha.
No. Okay, good.
Yep, good stuff.
Okay, next one is greed. Okay. Greed is like lust and gluttony, a sin of desire. Okay, so greed is like hoarding of materials or objects. It can be theft, robbery, and trickery, manipulation, and stuff like that. So greed is just like you want all of the material wealth and material things.
What's the difference between a theft and a robbery? It's not the same thing.
I think theft is when you steal something, one item from one person, and robbery is like, I'm gonna rob this bank. I don't know.
It's the difference between like a massacre and a serial, like a killing spree and a serial killer. As like
I don't know.
Anyway, carry on.
Okay, the next one is sloth, which basically means that you are neglecting your duties. I mean, the things that are required of you or that you are supposed to do, and also the good things that you need to do for others, basically. Sloth is like the lazy person,
Yep.
I feel
that's
like
kind of what that's what I kind of had in mind. Lazy people.
That's me.
Is it?
No. you know what? Every single human being has a tiny bit of all of these things because we are humans. We are now discussing negative human emotions and behaviors, and everyone has a tiny bit of these things. Okay, so that is the Sloth. Do you know any person, any people that are under any of these sins so far?
I mean, the Pokemon Sloth King comes to mind.
Definitely him. He's a sloth.
Yep, he is a sloth, true.
The next one is wrath, and it can be defined as uncontrolled feelings of anger, rage, and even hatred, it says.
Oh no.
Wrath often reveals itself in the wish to seek vengeance.
Mhm.
So it is also like that you want revenge, and you can also be self-destructive, and such as drug abuse or suicide. I mean, this one is bad. It's like, who wants hatred in their hearts?
Yeah, that's exactly what you said in one of our videos. I think that was in the questions for you, questions for me video that we made ages and ages ago. You said one of the questions was, do I hate anyone? And you were like, no, you should not have hatred in your heart.
Because it only brings despair.
True. It does.
Yeah, it's such a bad feeling. The next one is envy. And this is also pretty self-explanatory. You are jealous. You can be described as sad or resentful towards the traits or possessions of someone else.
Yeah.
So it's just jealousy. You want something that other people have,
yep.
or other something. What?
Other somethings, yes. All right. How many sins are to the left? How many have we done?
I think there's one more. We have pride.
Yeah.
The original and most serious of the 7 deadly sins. Out of the 7, this is the most demonic.
Sick, dude.
Yeah. But when I was reading through this, is a lot of people in power came to mind. So the thing is, pride has been labeled as the father of all sins. And the thing is, I'm not gonna read the entire thing, but in short, it means that you are better than others. You think you're of yourself higher than others. You feel like you have the rights to a lot more things than others. You have such a high pride in yourself. That is what it means. And you are never wrong, and you don't see flaws in yourself. Blah, blah,
so
blah.
Basically French people.
that is it. No. Hello, French listeners.
Hello, French people. I'm sorry. We love you. That was a joke. Please don't take it seriously.
Yeah, that was all the deadly sins. Which one do you define as yourself?
I mean, you did say earlier that all humans have a degree of this in themselves, even if you don't think you do. So there you go. All of them.
All of them.
I would say.
Okay.
I think a better question would be, which one do you identify with the least? Like which one do you think you have the least out of? Like,
I want to say wrath.
I want to say envy. I think I have the least envy.
I think I have the most of envy, actually.
Oh, really? There should be like a 7 deadly sins personality test. Do you think that exists?
We should definitely do that. And if we find one, we can post a link to that.
That would be good.
Discord. Yeah. It's interesting though. This is just an interesting, fun thing. And it's something that came out of me nighttime scrolling through Wikipedia. Interesting stuff, 7 deadly sins. And it is also portrayed in the Graveyard Keeper. Just going to keep it gaming related.
Yeah.
Yes. That is so interesting. You know, the days of the week in that game, they are from the 7 deadly sins.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's cool.
I know. Graveyard Keeper for you guys.
It does look like Graveyard Keeper.
It does look like Graveyard Keeper.
But speaking of Wikipedia, have you ever played the Hitler game on Wikipedia?
No, which one?
It's really fun. It's like you go to Wikipedia and then you press random article. So you get a random article. And then in that article, you click another link to a different Wikipedia article. And then the goal of the game is to see if you can get to Hitler in less than 5 clicks. So say you go to Wikipedia and press a random article, you get, I mean, there are some that are easier than others. If you get Austria, you'll get there straight away. But like, Sometimes you get like really obscure things, like, let me try a random article.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean, if you come to like the human article, we can go to the section of war, and boom, we're there.
I got Bonsignore, which is a surname. Notable people with the surname include a bunch of people. So how many of these people do I have to click before I get to Hitler's Wikipedia article? Like, how many, if I press Gregory Bonsignore and then he is a playwright and whatever, find a word in this that might lead me to Hitler. See if you can get there in less than 5 clicks. It's fun. Do you recommend?
Yep, cool. Yeah, I recommend.
I recommend the Hitler game.
I haven't heard about it. Actually,
it's fun.
That's the new thing.
It's very easy though. It's amazing how quickly you can get to Hitler.
So to speak, eh?
Yeah, so to speak.
Oh no.
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Segue.
Yeah, segue.
Okay.
Recording in progress. Let's get that. Okay, so let's move on to like something completely unrelated to the 7 deadly sins. So like it's a new year, right? Happy New Year.
2022.
Probably could have said that at the beginning of the podcast, but whatever.
Happy New Year.
Yay.
Yes.
And didn't we talk about last time New Year's resolutions? We did, didn't we?
Yeah.
So how are you just enjoying 2022 so far? Is it a good year?
I mean, I thought we were at the 10th of January, and I looked at the calendar and it was the 4th. So I'm way ahead in this year.
2022 has already been a long year for you.
Yeah, because I've been sitting in editing day in, day out without, doing anything but editing. And that is when I don't realize time is flying by slowly or fastly.
Yep.
Yeah, had no idea. So now it's the 4th.
So
Hooray.
I feel like there's this thing in Norway though about New Year's, like, or at least this is what I learned from my mom, is that when New Year passes, like you have New Year's Eve and you turn into January, the first weekend of January is when you're supposed to take the Christmas decorations down, right? Is that something that you do? Because you had your Christmas tree up still yesterday.
Well, I come from a home that we had the Christmas decoration to February. I mean, growing up.
Really?
We left the Christmas tree until it was dead.
Jesus Christ, that's pretty extreme.
Until it was like brown.
I've removed my Christmas decorations like the day after Christmas.
I still have my fake Christmas tree right in front of me.
But don't most people have fake Christmas trees these days?
I think it's becoming the norm now. But I do prefer real trees, because of the Christmassy smell and the feeling and, the cleaning up afterwards. That is also.
Yeah, my parents had a real one and it was just their dog kept bumping into it. So there was just like pine needles all over the floor. And I was like, great, this seems like a good time. My mom took the vacuum cleaner out twice in the space of New Year's Eve. We were there for like 6 hours. She vacuumed twice. It was impressive.
Good.
Because some people go so overboard with Christmas decorations. Like this is the thing, like because we live outside town, when we drive to town, because we shop at like a grocery store like in the center of town, we drive past everybody's fucking Christmas lights. Like everybody's house is just like insanely decked out in Christmas lights, and I'm just like, can you just fucking chill?
You don't like that much.
It's not that I don't like it. I'm just kind of like, aren't you all going a little overboard? And then we're talking about how the electricity prices have gone really high up in Europe lately.
That's the thing.
And there's people just fill their houses with Christmas lights, and I don't understand.
I think I understand. People are trying to make up for their miserable lives by having a lot of Christmas decorations at the darkest of times.
True.
Literally darkest of times. In northern Norway, we don't have daylight. The only thing that we have is Christmas. That is a nice thing at this time of year. We love this time of year.
That sounds so sad, though. It's the only light in the darkness.
Yes, that is true.
Because in like late December, it gets light at like 9 o'clock, maybe 9:30, 10 in the morning. Like when does it get light?
It doesn't.
Pretty much. I mean, because the sun doesn't rise, but it gets light-ish for some hours, and then it gets dark at like 1 o'clock.
Yeah. I mean, that is the thing, though. We have most listeners from the United States. Hello, we love you.
Hello.
How you doing? But we are from northern Norway, and do you know that still some people don't know where that is located?
It's in the north of Norway.
Yeah, but where is Norway?
It's on the like northwestern coast of Europe. It's a pretty big country.
It's a long one.
Yeah, it's like Scandinavia, Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, and not Finland because they don't get to come to the party. Nobody's invited them. But that part of Northern Europe, straight across the sea from the UK, almost.
Yeah, pretty much. But we are almost the top. We are almost at the top of this long country.
True. We are.
What are we doing up here?
I mean, it's above the Arctic Circle. That's why it gets so dark. Why we have but then we have 24-hour sunlight in the summer, which I really enjoy.
Oh, that is so good.
Yeah.
Good.
So good. One of the things that was like the best when I was young and wild, and not really so much anymore, but like, and you must feel the same way about this. If you'd go out to like a bar in the summer, you go out like, I don't know, 11 or something, and it's light outside, you go inside and it's dark because it's like a bar or whatever. There are no windows. Yeah. And then you come back outside at like 2 a.m. and it's still light outside. I
mean, the sun hits your face at 2 a.m.
Yeah. And you're just like, have I been drinking all day or am I?
That is so unreal.
Yeah, but then we can segue into actually your alcohol story because you were 5 years sober. 2021.
Yeah.
Not to say that you were an alcoholic, but you stopped drinking. That's not 5 years sober. Sounds like you were like an alcoholic and then you went to AA.
I know. But it does sound like I've been an alcoholic, and that is fine too. I mean, I support people that are trying to sober up and all of that serious topic. But that is not the case with me, though.
I'm only a hobby alcoholic for the record. It's just a hobby.
You are. Okay. Yeah. No, it's just that I grew allergic to alcohol around 5 years ago, I would say. But it started a few years before that. But the thing is, I get super fatigued and super hangover. And if you think you have ever been hungover from alcohol, top that up with 100 times more, and you have me after 2 beers, I think.
It's like you're gatekeeping hangovers right now.
I almost die.
Yeah, true. But you do have your what is it called? The fatigue the thing.
Yeah, as doctors call it. I have MECFS.
All right, what does that stand for?
Myalgic entero something.
Wait, what is it?
Chronic fatigue syndrome, but I don't agree with that diagnosis.
Oh. Okay, I was
just about to Google several doctors looked into my case and they said that. But that is that's up to them, I guess. I'm not a doctor. I'm just like, okay. Cool. And the thing with the MECFS, chronic fatigue syndrome, is that it isn't done a lot of research on it. Almost no research. And if you look at like charts over donations towards research and stuff, you have like cancer research donations. That is like the highest, biggest poll. And it's like less than 1% of that poll is towards MECFS. So nobody donates to that research.
Yeah. But is it because the condition's just uncommon, or is it just because people don't give a shit?
I think it is because it doesn't kill you. Cancer does. Yeah, right. I think that is what drives people to donate towards a case like that. Any sort of research thing. Yeah, it doesn't kill you. I mean, there has not that I know of been reported any deaths from that condition. But in short,
at least not directly. But you'd think maybe there would be like a suicide rate that was kind of high.
Yeah, definitely suicide related then.
Again, suicides.
Again. Because it is such a serious condition. I have seen some videos with people that has it super severely, and it is robbing them of their lives. They can't do anything. And in my episodes, not really episodes, but when I had super big cases with this disease,
because you had, it's not like, it's because, just to explain it, it's not like you were constantly fatigued every day of your life. It comes and goes in episodes, you could say.
Yes, that was my case, and it is apparently different between everyone. And but the thing is, it does something to you mentally. You die mentally. Your body dies. You die. It's out of this world.
Figuratively, you don't actually die.
I cannot describe it, but you're robbed of your life. It's hard to walk. It's hard to. You need help with things. I'm just gonna throw that out there. You need help with normal things that you took for granted when you were well, and that really does something to a person. And when I become, when I figured out some things that improved my health, I'm not taking health for granted anymore.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, cute.
Yeah, cute. How often would you say that it happened, or when? Like, do you still get them? Like, what? How often does it occur?
I think I got them days like that. It was less than 10 days like that the last year. So this is a big improvement.
Oh, that's really good.
If I'm going to compare it to 2018, 17, 18, 19, I was sick 80% of the time, I think. I mean, I recorded YouTube videos when I had a good day, and on that good day, let's say it was once a month, I recorded 4 videos so that I had some content to keep up my channel with, so nobody knew what was going on.
That's kind of sad in a way, because I feel like people should really talk about, like,
it was
no, but in a serious way, people should really talk about issues like that more often. And I know you have had some videos where you have at least briefly mentioned it, and I've seen the comments. People are always supportive. So
yeah. But I don't know, it's just such a tough topic. It's hard to talk about because it was just robbing me of my life. And I thought for many moments that I was done for. You know, when you're lying there at the 1% charge.
Yep.
And it's like, I'm gonna die from this, is what I'm thinking. You know,
yeah, it's kind of hard to imagine. But
yeah, it's like nothing in my body works. It's at 1% energy. It's only my heartbeat. This is gonna stop at some time. This is gonna kill me. What's my thoughts?
Yeah.
But here I am. I'm much better now. You can discuss this if any of our listeners want to discuss this with me. I'm open in my DMs on Discord with this.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, we can talk
That's
privately.
Very friendly.
Yeah.
Great. Speaking of DMs though, because you said that your condition has very like little funding, people don't donate to this cause, kind of thing. Like the like myalgia that I have, which is now currently dormant or whatever.
You have something too.
I have something too. Yeah, it's called dermatomyositis. It's a all right. It's a muscle condition though, like a very specific kind of thing. Like your muscles,
what was up with that?
It's your immune system attacking your muscles to like, because it's like an autoimmune disorder where your immune system attacks your muscles and you get muscle weakness and like your entire body hurts and it really sucks. And this kind of myalgia that I had is really rare, where you also get a very distinctive rash. If I can find some pictures, I'll post it in the Discord, but I'm not sure I'll be able to find some. I'll try. Let's add that to the list. Yucky rash. I will add to my little list.
You're so good. Writing your list.
But there's really very little information at all about that on the internet. Like you can find like maybe like 2 YouTube videos where people are like, yeah, my dad has this and I don't know what to do kind of thing. So
yeah,
it's really rare. Nobody like understands it. And when I was in the hospital, the like doctor, like the orderly, no, not orderly, what's it called? The like attending doctor of rheumatology said, like, I was there for a checkup. They were like, can I bring in some medical students that are here today on like a little tour of the hospital and have them ask you questions so that they can try to like diagnose you, squiggly fingers, and like see if they squiggly fingers see if they like can find out what's wrong with you just by asking you questions. And they couldn't. I was like impressed with myself and my
it's rare. Just rare.
Yeah, I'm special. I'm so special.
Snowflake.
So snowflake is special. I love it. But I don't have like, I mean, it's chronic condition. I still have it, but I got treated and now I don't have it. Like I don't have symptoms of it anymore.
What was
but it treatment? Prednisone, cortisone treatment and chemotherapy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but it can come again. So like, it's like a thing that comes and goes sort of thing.
Have you had it recently? Any episodes of that?
No, it was like 2 years ago now. 3 years ago.
Good.
Yep.
I'm happy to hear that. That is good.
One day in my life it might come back, but we're gonna think positively. Please, positive thoughts.
Yeah, the thing with me, I don't know what it is. It's nothing on it online. So we are mystery people.
Medical mystery.
But there are so many things that the humans don't know about the human bodies and human, illnesses and diseases. There's so many popping up as we speak. Yep. There's a lot of new things.
Like COVID.
All the time.
Not like COVID.
Like what?
Like
COVID.
Yeah, like COVID.
It's popping up all the time.
Zoom COVID, COVID Zoom.
Yeah. As we are recording on.
Yep.
But yeah, that was a good section.
That was a good section. We got really into it.
Do you want to tell it again?
Where did we come from? How did we always derail completely? What was the original topic?
I thought that was a bigger question, like where do we come from?
Yeah, where do we? It wasn't philosophically speaking. I meant which topic did we come from? But a lot of speaking of, if we can circle back to feedback we've gotten, a lot of people have said that they enjoy the derailment of the conversation. How we start with something, we're really on track, like this is the topic, and then we fucking end up on the opposite end of the scale.
Because that is how we are.
That's what we do. It's just how we roll.
It's just how our conversations flow in real life too. Not this is real life, but
plus it's better to not be so forced. We can't just be like, hello, here is our script, we will just speak.
I mean, we're letting you guys in on how we record, what kind of microphone we have.
Yeah, it's
all the things. Yeah,
nothing's a secret,
you guys. Yeah.
Okay, segue. Recording in progress.
I can't stop laughing at that.
I love it.
You love it. Okay, so I listened through some of these recordings, and it sounds to me like the audio on my end, I mean, my microphone sounds bad. But we will see.
That's always been the case.
It's always been the case. I get my microphone the next time that you listen.
By next week you'll have your good microphone, so people can stop pointing it out. It's a work in progress here.
Yes. So this is the last section of the podcast.
Finally, the gaming section. The gaming section. We made
it. Been teasing you throughout the entire thing. Now we're going to talk about games. What have you been playing, Tiny Hats?
I mean, I swapped from the Switch to the Xbox Series X, and I want to mention the controller dyslexia. This is important to me.
Right.
But I don't explain it very well. Do you think you could explain it better?
Oh yeah, definitely. We all can relate. I mean, if you jump from a Nintendo controller over to a PlayStation and then over to an Xbox, the yes and no buttons, so to speak, which is like the X on the PlayStation, that is the yes button, and the A on the Nintendos, they are not aligned the same way.
Yeah, they're in a different place. Like yes on the Xbox is the bottom center, and I don't know why we're explaining this. Everybody knows what we're talking about. And yes on the Nintendo is like the middle right one. So like when you go from playing the Switch, which I have done, to the Xbox, which I have also done, I press yes, but it's actually no. It's so annoying.
I know, it's so bad. That is why you shouldn't jump between the consoles.
Oh, why can't they just be universal? I don't get it.
I think it has to do with when PlayStation made their PlayStation. They were like, we're not going to copy Nintendo. We're going to do our own thing. And Microsoft were the same way. They were like, we're going to do our own thing, our own ecosystem.
But at least they did the same ecosystem together. They banded together, made the X, or like the bottom anyway, middle button, yes. And then now Nintendo's the whore.
Yeah, but if you look at PlayStation and Xbox, the X and Y is the opposite. No, that is Nintendo and Xbox.
Yeah.
The X and Y is also opposite.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. I'm so used to the X being on top.
And I've had to look at my Xbox controller sometimes, like press Y to view whatever, and I'm like, which one's Y again? Like, where does it go on this one? I hate it.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But the way that I remember is that when I play Nintendo, X is on top, and that's what she said. And when I play,
my X is also on top. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
And when I play PlayStation, the X is on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you love it when the X is on the bottom, don't you?
Sometimes the X is on the side. That is on Xbox.
This
that is the
innuendo
serious
analogy is just
That's
so
the serious X, but that is a way
Yeah.
to remember. Remember where you have your eggs.
true. Always keep track of your eggs. Okay.
On your Series X.
Yeah, on your Series X. I do love the Series X though. It's my favorite console of all time.
Mine is still over at Katrina's place.
Lame.
I haven't gone and got it.
Like when I started, you had like way more achievement points on your account than mine, and you had a Xbox One before the Series X.
I know.
So like,
I've
like
wild.
I've over doubled your achievement points in the like 6 months I've had mine.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm a serious gamer.
With your Astria ascending.
Yeah. True.
Absolutely. But the last thing that I played on my Xbox was Tales of Arise, which I got to the end of Tales of Arise, but it wasn't the best Tales experience for me, I have to say. And I go into detail in a video on my YouTube. And I have Tales of Arise also in physical, like digital and physical. And last night when you were down in my basement, I was like, are you sure you're not going to borrow this?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't wanna.
I didn't want to. I do still have Tales of Zestiria for the I want to say PS4.
PS4.
I can't
definitely.
I can't see my shelf from here, and I never played it, so
never inserted it.
No, I did never put it in. I know. It's because the X was on the top and then it was on the bottom, and I just didn't put it in. It just wasn't the right time. I never got around to it, so to speak. Yeah.
Zestiria was sort of good. Arise is also just okay. I mean,
what would you say is the best one out of the Tales series?
Exilia 1 and 2, definitely.
Oh yeah, you've talked about, but that's only on the PS3, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Does that mean it's on the definitely? Does that mean it's on the Xbox 360 too, or
no?
Okay, rip. Well, I don't have a PS3, so
it's super rip. And also
rip.
Tales of the Abyss, such a funny game. Laugh out loud material.
I just remember that's what you said about Tales of Arise, that the humor was gone.
Yeah. If I don't laugh out loud, it's not worth it.
Okay, gotcha.
It's gotta be lullable.
Okay, it has to be lullable.
No, but
then I guess it's just seal of approval if it's lullable. Gotcha.
Having that said, it is a good game. It's a nice game. It's just I had higher expectations. That is, I set the bar too damn high.
How was the history and the music though? Was it good?
The history was good. The music was good. The music was good. The graphics are also extremely beautiful. So I can say so much about Tales of Arise, definitely.
Maybe that's what I should play instead of Ryza. Atelier.
No,
Ryza.
Atelier Ryza 2 is your life from now on.
I mean, maybe we'll see. How disappointed are you going to be though if I get it and I hate it?
I have put a lot of thought into this. I predict that I will not like it.
Okay, well, we'll see. What if I love
prepared.
it? What if I become a JRPG super fan?
Oh my god, I would be warm in my heart.
Then I can finally start watching all of your videos instead of skipping the ones that are about JRPGs.
I know.
Like I currently do.
That would be a dream come true. But I know
if I watch all your videos.
I know it's a niche series, but it is a good series.
At least it isn't hyperdimensia. Dimensia?
I know.
Hyperdimension. How does it go? Hyperdimension Neptunia.
That is even more nicher.
Nicher. Yes.
Nicher.
Gotcha. Okay. Anyway, what have you been playing lately?
Atelier. I have been playing Atelier games. I'm just jumping through them all. Recently completed everything in Ryza 2.
And you did say that.
Yeah. That took like I thought I had beaten the game, but if I want to go back and 100% every dungeon, I squeezed 15 more hours out of the game.
Nice.
Yeah, there's so much content and it's so good.
So how many hours total?
I have above 70. But if you are friends with me on my Switch account, you cannot see that because it stopped recording the play hours.
I know the story.
The hours played, that is random now since I've been jumping between switches. It's a sad story.
Yeah, that's really sucks. about the
Yeah.
Switch.
Yeah. I don't understand that. Why doesn't Nintendo cloud save your progress and then
especially since they have a cloud save? It's not like this is not an option. They do have cloud save, but it doesn't save your play times and your profile statistics.
I mean, I'm just gonna have this said. If you have a new Switch and you start a game, it says started it a few minutes ago. But if you go to your older Switch and reboot that game and then go back to the new Switch, it may sync up.
Okay.
Gonna have that said. Random.
I'm never ever gonna have more than one Switch, so this is not a problem that applies to me. But
well, if it breaks, you will have to get a new one.
Will I?
Yeah.
I really thought, actually, not to derail the conversation again, but I really thought that my Switch Joy-Cons, I have the pink and green ones, the super pretty ones.
Yes.
On my Switch. I got them for my birthday from Patrick, like 2 years ago or whenever. He's so cute. Anyway, I really thought I started up Pokemon. I didn't start it up. It was open, and I hadn't played. The next day I opened it, and Pokemon was still running. I went to the map, and the Joy-Con just went straight up, and I was like, oh no, my Joy-Con is drifting. It's drifting. Oh, no. And I was gonna cry. But then I closed the game and started it again, and it was just a bug. So
thank God.
Nobody started a riot. My Joy-Cons are safe. It's okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Now I think we're gonna wrap up this week's episode of Diskydisk.
What? You're not gonna ask me what I've been playing?
Shit. What have you been playing?
I'll go through it really quick. I played an indie game on the Series X that's on Game Pass called Lake, which is super cute. You deliver mail, which is my favorite thing to do ever. It's actually really cute. You should. That was the one I posted screenshots of. It was like a green tree game.
Green grass game.
It was a green tree game. I posted a picture of it in the Discord, and you were like, "Green tree game." Instead of green grass, it's a green tree game.
So is it good?
I liked it. It's very short because it's an indie game, but it's you're a little girl. Not a little girl. You're a woman. You go home to your hometown for 2 weeks to cover, like, to take your dad has gone on vacation, your parents have gone on vacation, and you're back there for 2 weeks while they're on vacation to fill in his job as a mail carrier kind of thing. So you get a little truck and you get a little map and you have your mail, you deliver the mail, and then there's like a story.
That sounds cozy.
It is super cozy. It's so satisfying. You just go from place to place, deliver the mail, and then sometimes you go to people and they have like a little story, and like you go, there's a crazy cat lady, like an old woman with lots of cats.
Ooh,
and one day when you deliver her mail, she's like, oh, my cat is sick. Can you take him to the guy over there on the other side of the lake? Which is why the game is called Lake. Because it's a giant lake and there's like a little town around it.
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures. I'm looking at pictures right now and it looks good. I will play it.
It's super cute. And then you take her cat to the guy that lives on the dock, and he makes her cat well, and it's so cute and wholesome, and I love it.
Okay, by the next episode of Diskydisk, I will be having my Xbox Series X.
Oh, cool. So then you can
back at my place. Yeah,
it is a short game though. Like, I don't know, not many hours at all to finish it, but it was cute. It's like a cute little experience. I liked it.
Looking forward to it.
And now I'm playing Stardew Valley.
Again,
that doesn't need any story. That's just I'm playing Stardew Valley on the Series X. So many people in your Discord were talking about Stardew Valley though. They were like, "Oh, I'm playing Stardew Valley. Oh, I'm playing Stardew Valley," and I was like, "I want to play Stardew Valley."
That is your returnal game that you always return to.
It's in my top 3. My top 3 favorite games: Skyrim, 2 Point Hospital, and Stardew Valley.
How about World of Warcraft?
It's a solid 4th.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I also return to 2 Point Hospital all the time.
Yeah, it's good, but I think it looks like they've stopped updating it though since 2 Point Campus has been announced, sort of thing.
Probably.
No, I wouldn't think there's going to be more updates to 2 Point Hospital, which is sad. But there are a lot of DLCs, so we're good.
We are good.
It is a good game, just not on console. Played on PC. True. Anyway, okay. Do you want to wrap it up?
Okay. So yeah. Thank you so much for listening to Diskydisk. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Discord. You can find all of my social media by just Googling IRCHA, literally.
Sweet.
And you find Tinyhats through me.
Exactly.
You're my minion. So
I am your co-pilot and captain. Not captain. What's the below a captain on a ship? Did we tell that I did? This is one of my favorite. Can I just wrap up the thing with this little story? Sorry. Do you know what the difference between a boat and a ship is?
The size?
No, that's not it. Do you want to have another guess?
No.
A ship is a vessel with a boat on it. If it has a boat on it, that makes it a ship.
Oh, like the Titanic had.
Yeah, like it has lifeboats. If you have a boat and it doesn't have another boat on it, then it's just a boat. If you have a Titanic boat and it has a boat on it, then it's a ship. Did you?
Yeah, I did. It is still the best
the entire
movie.
thing.
Still best movie.
Jesus. You know that scene with the watertight doors when they start sinking, the watertight doors go down and like the furnace and whatever, that's been giving me anxiety since 1997.
Same.
It's terrible. Anyway, we were supposed to stop now. We're done.
Okay.
No more talk about ships and boats.
Leave comments. We need feedback on this podcast.
Yes,
comment section on YouTube and the thing on Discord, which we have mentioned 40 times.
The channel.
And we will see you later. Talk with you later, maybe.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.